Morning, mate. Hope you're well this morning. The music or the voice are too loud or whatever, just let me know. Morning, mate. How you doing? You alright? I was just watching our lower guck video, actually. So, I kind of like like in real life, I quite like the whole kind of monk, like martial art kind of discipline type stuff. I've never practiced it, but I've always liked it. But I'm always scared of playing a monk. I got that dread of going to a new zone like you did with Guck and just yeah, making a complete tool of myself. Ah. Yeah, Guck is just a nightmare of the nightmare of nightmares. Oh, what we got here? I bring up a small pet. I kind of don't like having the I don't like having the on level pet because they seem to do a lot of damage. I don't want them to damage me, so I'll just. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. So I will just I'll just use a level 1 pet. Just as a little dot, I think probably. Yeah, with a monk, it's I tried to. The reason I played a monk, well, I tried playing a monk, was I kind of wanted to play a character that didn't have any inductions, because all the classes I've ever played have all been generally had spells of some sort. And so yeah, that was one of the reasons I really wanted to try them. I just wanted to play a class that didn't have any inductions at all. You just went up to stuff and you smacked it. And Feigned Death is such an amazing thing as well. If the music's too loud, let me know. I'm hoping that this music is okay for YouTube. It doesn't give me a copyright thing or something. Now, will he dual wield a scythe and a rapier? That would be no. Okay, fair enough. I guess a scythe two-handed, even though he's got a shield, a scythe's two-handed, so maybe that's why. Positioning, Bob, positioning. It's probably a mistake. Relying on my pet to finish him off. He's only level 1. No, pet. God damn it. There we go. I always like the idea of a barbarian warrior, but I just not having any way of kind of really healing yourself. I think Mend and Feign Death kind of make the monk really. Those two skills set them apart from the. Where are we? Oh, this is the sea theme. Apparently, I'm playing a YouTube mix of. Now my pet's going to come off that when I come over here, isn't he? I love this. This music's brilliant. I love this. This is great. I don't remember hearing it too much, but maybe I just didn't have my sound turned up when I was on the boat. Yeah, it's a bit louder than I would probably normally have music if I was commentating, but if it's just too overpowering, just let me know. Where are we now? Freeport. Woohoo! Yeah, Enchanter's my second favourite class. Oops, that sounds a bit loud to me. I don't know if you did the same, but I did one of those. I did for a long time. I did that stupid thing where I'd have a full character roster, but instead of starting a new account, I used to kind of like just delete characters to start new ones, which is stupid. Until I started a second account, but I had an enchanter up to about level 40 or something. I'd just deleted him because that's one of those stupid things that I used to do. But I love them because they're kind of similar to a shaman in a way that they, I think in a way that they're what I like about the shaman, and I guess particularly the slow spell, is that for other classes you're in a situation where your spells don't scale. They do a fixed amount of damage, or as a melee, you do a fixed amount of damage with your weapons. But with the shaman and the enchanter, the way that their spells scale, like slow, and the way that charm obviously scales because you can charm higher and higher mobs. You're not reliant on. With the shaman, you've got like a scaling spell that scales upwards. In slow, which obviously eventually completely, I mean, when you get the high level slows, just completely incapacitates, like a non-casting mob. I find enchanters the same. What I love about enchanters as well is that they're kind of unique in MMOs. I don't think I've ever come across any other class in an MMO that's like the enchanter. When you look at the spell set and the tools that they have and the things that they can do, I just can't think of any other class. I think they're unique in MMOs. Really interesting to play. But playing in a group, yeah, I mean, I do feel a bit nervous about playing in a group, but they're not too bad. I mean, Mez and Stun's pretty straightforward. I think the hardest thing is keeping a pet up. As long as you're okay with recharming, it shouldn't be a problem. These seem to be spawning fast. I'm not keeping these down. No, I'm sure I used to keep the whole camp down. But they're... It's only because I think I say newer MMOs. I know that Camelot was kind of, you know, after Everquest, but as MMOs have gone along, they seem to become more fixed in their classes. You know what the classes can do, and no one seems to have done like an enchanter in any of the modern MMOs. They seem to have gone away from that. It's become more like just more kind of conservative, I guess. Yeah, Kellerfin. I thought we was in Kellerfin there. Yeah, amazing. I mean, once you get the stun spells, it's pretty good. Once you get the area effect stun, and there's I think it's like is it a 1 or a 1.5 second casting time? Talking like I'm an expert, I'm really not. Okay, Mr. Shaman. Sick and lasts for ages. Jeez. I got some buffs though. I want to thank Twonk and Casual, I think it was pronounced, like a French spelling, who buffed me up yesterday. Yeah, Bard's the other one, isn't it? Bard's the other class that... I have to say, I haven't played any of the... I haven't really gotten into the Korean or sort of Japanese-based MMOs, but I guess they're a bit more freeform, I can imagine, with the classes. But Bard is another unique class that no one ran with. I mean, I always wanted to play one, but I don't know what it was about them. But yeah, Bard's a good shout. That's another pretty unique class. Wow, that was a pretty dramatic end to that tune. What we got now? I think we've got some more modern Gates of Discord, Planes of Power music, maybe. This is a great camp. Whenever I play a gnome, it's a super camp. It's great to level 8. I mean, it really slows down. And I think the experience bonus is probably gone now, but... Yeah, same with Enchanters. Camelot had... actually, I think Hibernia actually had a class called an Enchanter, didn't it? And I think Albion had a Sorcerer, which was like the charming class. I'm sure... did Midgard have one? Not sure. Oh, Midgard had the Scald. Did the Scald have a charm? Because I know that the Minstrel could charm, couldn't he? In Albion, I'm not sure. I liked it. I used to play a sorcerer a bit in Albion, and I like the way you could, assuming you kept the skill up to date, you just charm a mob your level, yeah, and it sticks you, no problems. It's just amazing. Yeah, some of the later classes like the Vow Walker. What was the Vow Walker the one that cast the mushroom bombs and stuff? That was weird. And the Necromancer that kind of turned into, was it a Necromancer in it actually turned into like a shade type character. That was pretty cool. I always wish that was one of the tricks I think they missed in EverQuest. I think the mages should have been able to turn into like an elemental form, like their pets. I know the Necro can do skeletons, can't he? And the Enchanter can do anything. Just for like giggles, really. No, didn't have to have any special powers of it. Yeah, Pantheon's one of those games. It's that game, isn't it, that we're all hoping it's going to be the Holy Grail. Well, we're hoping it's going to be a mix of modern plus EverQuest, and it looks like it is. I'm still not sure. Got my fingers crossed. The Animist did the mushroom bombs, yeah. But yeah, Pantheon, I think we've all got our fingers crossed, but I'm still not convinced 100%. But the gameplay looks good. Looked pretty similar. I mean, I'm sure that everything will change before the end. It just looks like they're still running like alphas, if that. But yeah, you can play an ogre shaman, so I'll be there. I don't know what you think, AC, but I think probably that would be quite a good game for people like us who kind of. I know that you stream lots, you record a lot of games on your channel, but I know that they're quite kind of indie based, aren't they? This is going to be great fun. This is. I don't think I think I have my attack switched on there, do I? Jesus. Yeah, I know that you. I know you play a lot of different games on your channel, mostly indie based, but I think that's something like Pantheon could probably be quite good for us people who do EverQuest, because I think that. I think there'll be not just sort of EverQuest players. I think there'll be a number of people playing that. What's this? Combat theme. This is the new. This is not the old combat theme, though, is it? What we got here? Yeah, as I was saying, Pantheon could be quite good for us smaller channels, because I think that you'll probably, especially if, I mean, I was kind of thinking about trying to get into alpha and beta testing and stuff by buying one of their pack things. I don't know if, but maybe just kind of, a little email to the developers saying, look, we play EverQuest Classic. Got quite big followings for that on the channel. Maybe we can yeah, do some stream some beta or something, Everquest 2 soundtrack. No, thank you. It's let's go back to this. I think it seems to be all classic stuff. Yeah, I guess it's way too early. I guess they're in they're going to be in sort of, as I said, like pre-alpha almost still, it seems. Oh, jeez. Kelefin theme. I'll try and find that then later. Have a listen to that. Okay, let's get some mana back. So I'm using a Smouldering brand. Smouldering brand. What an amazing weapon for a low-level caster. It's just awesome. I mean, it will just carry you through carry you through those kind of difficult levels, definitely. Don't need a pet really, but I quite like having a little friend. I always wondered what the model was. I'm assuming what they've done here is, let's have a look. I'm trying to work out. Yeah, so that's probably like the enchanter pet's probably like a human model, holding weapons, but then they've kind of removed the model, I guess, or a human sort of height model. Well, I don't know actually. When you look at where the name is, it's a lot shorter than me. That's weird. It procs at level 1, so it's just amazing. It's like I think the proc is 12. Let's have a look at the procs. 10. Yeah, maybe 12 is the maximum. Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, and I think they're pretty cheap as well. Just if you start in a cast, just pick one up because it really helps through those early levels. I should work on some other spell skills, really. Suffocating Sphere. Oh, oops. All of my damage spells are alteration, which is Tash is abjuration. So I could try chucking out Tash every now and again to raise that up. It's only 10 mana. Let's work on abjuration. Yeah, definitely keep a lookout for one. I mean, it's one of those things that just casters don't have a huge. I mean, you know, they get their pets generally, apart from a wizard, but it's just one of those things that makes things a whole lot easier early on. What am I doing? LOL is alteration as well. Everything's alteration. God damn. This is a nice tune. Ah, this is that one again. There's a guy here who's piano. He's got piano versions of the of Everquest music, but
it is rumored amongst the most intelligent races of Norway.
Oh, it's the intro movie.
The dragons.
But I think we'll probably get. I'll probably get like a strike on that one. So.
Onto a lifeless planet, and with one swipe of her mighty claws, laid claim to the promise of a new world. NORAD quickly developed from infancy as brave explorers journeyed forth in search of fertile lands on which to build.
Yeah, I imagine
villages became towns.
Build up a full tanking caster. Yeah,
towns became cities.
I reckon kind of necros are pretty good for that. I would assume. With some healing.
Guilds and alliances formed, bound together through common goals and the sharing of ideas.
I was reading the forums the other day, and there was a guy on there who was talking about. He was kind of talking about Everquest carrot classes, like builds as you would in like something like Diablo or something.
Wizards, sorcerers,
and of course he got shot down, but it's quite interesting some of the ideas he was coming up with. I'm not sure how particularly viable they were, but it's quite interesting.
But alas, ignorance and innocence go hand in hand.
The Everquest intro movie, it looks like some ogres, some trolls just been eaten by a big flaming snake. And there's like a little gnome or something creeping around, like a gnome rogue, I guess. Awesome. Honestly, I don't think so. I think they pretty much covered it, didn't they? It's all the classic kind of D&D type stuff, I guess. The only class I miss, which actually is in Everquest, isn't it? But it's not in Classic. Is I always love the idea of the is it the Beastmaster, like the Shaman Monk combo. Let's get rid of that. We want some music. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm missing. Like, if I could choose a class to come in from any other game, it would still be Everquest, but it would be we've had that, but it would be yeah, Beastmaster. Was it the Beastmaster it's called? Storm strength is going. Yeah, I'd like to have seen Beast Lord. That's right. Yeah. I'd like to have seen more done with some of the classes, like the mage pets, for example. I think they missed a trick there. I know that they nuke and the the earth elemental roots and stuff, but yeah, I think they missed a trick there. Also, some of the items, I know that you can summon like a levitation item, that kind of thing, but I think it's difficult, isn't it? Because it's all about balance, and mages are, well, you know, many mages would argue not as powerful as necromancers or enchanters for that matter, but they're pretty strong. But yeah, I think they missed some tricks, like the wizard, like I mentioned there with the wizard. Wizards were poorly implemented in the game completely, I think, probably. Teleportation's great, you know, and all that kind of stuff, but the damage didn't make up for the lack of utility, I don't think, at all. But yeah, I think I kind of like the classes as they were, but I think just slightly different implementation. I think they just missed some tricks with some of them. But I'm sure it's all about balance and whatnot. I guess I tried to adjust. I guess I tried to account for some of that with AA skill points and that kind of thing. Yeah, I imagine Monk plus Shaman is pretty overpowered. Yeah, I just think they could have done more to make Wizards a bit more fun, really. But I think Wizards who like playing Wizards, like really like playing Wizards, you know, they're dedicated to that class. There's not many of them, but they're... I need to go and do some levelling around Feydark. I love that. I love this tune. This Kelefin tune, just awesome. Wizards are a bit like warriors, I guess, aren't they? They're kind of good at one particular thing, and you dedicate your play towards getting to levels on P99 anyway, towards getting to level 60, and then being the one thing that you're best at. I'm not sure what the nukes are like on P99. I think we get some of the lures, do we? The irresistible ones. She's Kobold genocide. I feel quite guilty. Holy moly. I think once my skin-like nature drops though, things will probably slow down a bit. Or maybe not, she's killing them so quickly. I have a confession to make, and that's during the XP weekend, I was mucking around with different Shaman and different names and stuff, and I kind of just needed a break from Shaman. And I've been wanting to sort of start being charged for a while, so this will probably be like just a character that I muck around with when I'm fed up with playing Shaman, essentially. But yeah, it must come as quite a shock. It's the only other class that appeals to me. It's like a far second to Shaman, but it's only one really that I kind of like. That Niclarius mentioned the Bard earlier, and the Bard seems like really interesting, but I'm not sure. People talk about carpal tunnel and twisting songs and stuff, and I just think, oh, maybe I'm just too old for that. I don't know. Too old and too sick for that stuff. Okay, this is Solitude Random World. I've no idea where this song comes from. What area? Okay, someone just said there's a shop in the original North Freeport you'd pass as you were going from the bank to West Freeport, and you could hear this song if you go past the door. That's cool. That's a lovely bit of environmental storytelling. Where you walk past a building and you can hear music from the building. That's brilliant. That's what Pantheon needs. It needs that kind of stuff. I don't just want it to be an MMO and everything is, you know, just, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but yeah, it's got to have character like EverQuest. Yeah, I've been watching Techmos Reborn from the RM tier to the non-RM tier. I've been watching. He's got a channel on YouTube, and I'm watching some of his Enchanter videos. And yeah, it's just it just makes it look so easy that I'll sit there and think, at this point, I'd probably be dead or panicking or something. But it seems to be the art of the Enchanter is not to panic. Obviously, sometimes you're going to die, and there's no way around it. But when I watch him, it's generally root break, charm break at the same time. Fine, just don't panic. Don't panic. You got the tools to get it back under control if you don't panic. Have I picked up a full set of cloth armour yet? No. Oh, legs and wrists I'm missing. I love this is sea theme. I love this. This is brilliant. This one. If I was at sea in Norath, this is a tune I'd want to be listening to. You have to imagine yourself on a deck, sitting on a deck. All the sailors got scurvy, obviously. Your biscuits got weevils in them. But when this tune's going, it makes no difference. There's a little dude over there. He's a 6 enchanter. Okay. Well, I'm 7, so hopefully I move. I always feel, I don't know why, because everyone's got a right to be somewhere, but I always feel a bit guilty when I'm killing mobs and there's someone else around. I always feel like, I should just move on. I don't know why that is. I shouldn't be playing Everquest. It's the wrong game. Okay, we're level 7 though, so almost new spells. I should probably get some mana back in a minute. Oh, hello. I'm getting buffed. Who's buffing me? C8. Oh, thank you, man. That's awesome. We'll be level 8 in no time. This is Freeport, isn't it? Yeah. I love you, druids. I played it. I was kind of. I haven't played a druid here apart from a short period of time because because all I played on live, druids were kind of like shaman now. So all I played on live were druids, and I've always thought that if I started playing a druid, it would. I love that. I used to love that. What CH's doing, just you know, just being able to go where you want at a moment's notice. But also, like, one of the reasons I love a shaman is I love buffing people, going around just buffing people. Thanks for that, mate. That's awesome. That we'll fly through this level now. I should just probably pull more than one, shouldn't I? I guess, as long as I damage them. Yeah, I love that freedom that druids have. But I always felt that if I started playing a druid on here, it would kind of... not ruin my memories of playing one on live, particularly. But yeah, I just thought, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll give it a go. Human druid, that's the thing. I'd want to go wood elf because a Kelefin, but human was I think was the thing. This is Felwith, this music, as I'm sure you probably know. It's funny how you listen to the music and it pretty much always fits exactly what you would expect. I feel sorry for this poor little enchanter over here, but I need to not feel sorry for him. I just need to get to level 8 and I can move on. Let's see if we can work out what this one is about looking. This is the Karanas, isn't it? Yeah, Karanas, my favourite zones. I think AC, you was talking about Karanas on one of your videos. You probably don't remember because I know that you record your videos quite a way in advance, but you're talking about the Karanas and not being a fan. But they're always just my favourite zones. I think it's just come from playing a druid. Damn. I was hoping it might change the graphic, but yeah, I've always the Karanas is just my favourite zones. Even West Karana, I can quite happily wander around in and soak up the atmosphere and visit some of the places that we've got there. But as I said, I think it probably comes from playing a druid and now a shaman. Spirit Wolf is just game changing, really. It just allows you to be so much more, I think, kind of expansive in what you're doing in the game. Whereas I think if you play, I always find when I play a class that doesn't have it, maybe it's just me being less adventurous, but whenever I play a class that can't sail and can't bind also, I find myself just constricting out what I do, kind of, and how I play and where I go and whatnot, which is probably not the best idea. Yeah, I can imagine playing an SK. Imagine playing a Shadow Knight in Karana, and yeah, corpse recoveries, I imagine, were pretty rubbish. Yeah, I mean, like, my shaman's there at the moment collecting light stones, and I like it because the will-o-wisps are mixed in with griffins, and there's a hill giant that wanders around in North Karana as well. And I normally play like F4 view, the fourth F9 view. So so I can see around me. And I quite like that. I shouldn't be sitting down when I've got damage shield, should I? That's not being particularly efficient. Oh, did I hit him? I don't think I did. I did hit him in the end. Rivervale. On live I played a halfling. A halfling druid. I think his name was Oberon or something. Not spelt how Oberon should be spelt. Some sort of bastardisation of the spelling. But that's all I could get. And I loved him. He was brilliant. Well, I'm not killing that camp because that's the gnomes camp. Desert of Roe. This fits into Desert of Roe as well. It's got quite a, I was going to say like an Arabian sort of theme, maybe. I guess maybe I'm talking rubbish, but I kind of think it kind of fits in. Okay, so we came here at level... I started here at level 5. We're almost level 8. Well, I say almost, you know, not too long. Thanks largely to the buffs that I had. Make a huge difference. Let's get some mana back. Yeah, the music is amazing, and again, that's the sort of thing that Pantheon needs to have. They need to not fall into the trap of this modern MMO stuff, and they need to make sure that the game's got the character and the atmosphere that Everquest has got. Because otherwise, I'll just come back to P99. You know, it's just. Thanks, mate. Oh, you're a treasure. Thank you. Hey, filled in the trouser slot. Toxelia Forest. So this is one that we don't often hear. Oh, okay. Come on. Just when you want to hit something. God damn it. Ah, god damn. I was a damage shield noob there. I didn't get any experience from 2 of those mobs. That was stupid. God damn. about got that one. I'm going to dismiss Cantic while I've got the damage shield. Although when he comes back he won't be Cantic anymore, but that's fine. I'm trying to make sure that all I need to do is just one hit, essentially. If anyone doesn't mind answering, what's the quality of the stream like? Because I'm streaming. I mean, my internet's pretty good. I'm streaming at sort of 1080p, 60 frames per second. So is it okay for everyone? Is it too much bandwidth? And do you keep refreshing and stuff? Hopefully it's okay. The Enchanter spell list is just phenomenal. I mean, I haven't bought all the spells, and I could fill up 2 pages, I guess, almost of spells. Just imagine the sheer amount of spells they get. Oh, thanks, mate. That's awesome. As long as it's okay for everyone, and you're not buffering constantly and stuff. God damn it. Okay. One hit, there we go. One hit, move on. There we go. See, am I doing this right? This looks like the best thing to do. Make sure I get a hit and then just run around. One hit, then move on. Wasn't attacking that one. Go. I'm going to keep that staff because I want to. I know it's sad, but it's the small things that I get pleasure from. I want the pet to have a staff. I just want to see a staff floating in the air. That'd be awesome. Hello, hello. Is he one of mine, or is he one of the gnomes? He must be one of mine, I guess. I'm using OBS. Yes, OBS, quite simple, really. I've got my, I think my whatever rate is set to about 3,000. I do have an Intel. I've got like it's a X79 socket. It's quite a few years old now, but it's got quite a few cores on. So I think that helps. I think one thing where the processor does actually make a difference. That's when you're streaming. But I'm glad the quality's good. Okay. Okay, so we worked out to a point where we're waiting for spawns here. which is fine. I've got a few crush bone belts. Maybe I should go back and maybe I should go and get some more. But I've kind of got like a route worked out to level 12 here. I always do when I normally play a gnome, but high elf, gnome, it's all the same. Clean up my mess after myself. My bit rate, that's what I was trying to think of. My bit rate is set to 3000. I think it's bit rate. That's the first proc we've had for a while, I think. Oh, there you go, 2. You wait for an hour and then 2 come along at the same time. Oh, 3 of them, great. I didn't see one pop there, but should be okay. This is the underwater theme. And again, I love this theme, this is brilliant. You can imagine the sirens underwater playing the harp as you're swimming around. Awesome. I always find it quite... this is not no criticism to those people. I always find it quite sad with the way that when you sort of read and kind of get the impression of how some people play the game. It's all about kind of numbers, and that's essentially it. You know, there's no appreciation for the world or what's going on around you. We had some shoes, nice little slippers. Oh, come on. Combine. Okay, won't combine. Okay, let's give him the staff. I want you to be holding a staff. Yes. Small things amuse small minds, they say. We're back in the Karanas again. Nice headphones, thank you, Velura. They are the AKGs, aren't they? I think they're AKG 702s. I have to say that they weren't. I had to get the best out. Excuse me. To get the best out of them, I had to get I ended up getting a mix amp and running it through. And a sound card, and running it through the digital input on the sound card. They seem to be quite hard to drive, so just plugging them into my onboard sound card didn't produce particularly good sound, but these are amazing. Okay. Apparently on the Titanium CD, the title of this song is Abysmal.mp3. I don't think I've heard this tune before. If anyone knows where it's from. This tune is apparently from Planes of Power, Crypt of Decay. Oh, blind. Okay, let's start tashing these guys to raise my abjuration skill, I think. Some of the descriptions of the spells going off are pretty good. Like Tash gives a Kobold Scout glances nervously about. I like that. That's cool. Damn it. This is apparently Gates of Discord Abysmal Sea. See, I thought this was the new Oh no, it's not. No, this is combat theme. Okay, we'll Dragons of Norath. That was an expansion, I guess. So we're really going into territory that I've know nothing about now, but we will stick with it. Not sure if I like this, actually. I guess the thing with it is it just sounds too too professional, much too produced than the great little midis that Classic had. Okay guys, we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to have some Classic again. Haven't done an auto attack, Bob. Yeah, Zoban, have a pair of trousers. Okay, let's look for that. Let's look for that Kellerfin Everquest 2 tune that Nick was talking about. Let's give that a go. Thanks again, mate. That's awesome. Let's go and get this level now. Let's do this. Yeah, this is lovely. This is really nice. It just sticks to the classic just enough with its own sort of. Who haven't I damaged yet? There we go. Well, that was really nice. I wonder if Everquest 2 is it all kind of remixes of the classic tunes? 'Cause if so, that would be amazing. Okay, so we've got Best of Everquest 2 top 20 songs. Let's give that a go. This stuff might push me over into the YouTube strike thing, but we'll see. Okay. Level 8. This is permafrost, apparently. It's okay, very dungeony music. I think going on particularly. Let's back about minor illusion. If I remember correctly, minor illusion turns you into something, the nearest object. Let's see. Yeah. Can I move? No, I can't move. That's brilliant. I have so much fun with that. Ah, I got rid of my spirit of wolf. God damn, didn't realise that. The Acheron's just a great city, isn't it? I must confess, I went a bit sort of, I went a bit min-max on this character. I love playing gnomes, but just the extra charisma that high elves get is just ridiculously. You just can't overlook it. It's just stupid. Like 20 points extra over a gnome. I know they were saying that apparently in Velius you don't get a huge amount of. A lot of the good stuff doesn't have too much charisma on it, so but loads of int. So I thought, I put 25 points into charisma, which gives me a base of I think it's 115, which is quite astonishing, and 5 into stamina. But I love gnomes. Gnomes are great. I love that she's got that old wizardy kind of look. Okay, Julian Earncaller, she's the... What we got here? Okay. Sorry guys, we're going back to the classic music again, I think. Busy? Exactly. That is exactly it. I came for the charisma, but I'll still be changing myself into a little warty gnome as often as I possibly can. Oops. Now, one of the problems I've got here is that this stuff that I've got here came from a different enchanter, just because. And I bought all of my future pet spells, but the level 12 one I've used, the level 8 one I've used, and I don't think you can buy the level 8 one. I think you have to go to what we got here. Colour Flux I've got. Charms level 12, isn't it? I think level 8 spell you can't buy from the feedback. Oh, I've got a new damage spell. Cool. Bind Sight. Alliance. Just buying all the spells because we can. Chokes level 12. Yeah, so you can't buy. I don't think you can buy the level 8 pet from your. You have to go to Highhold Keep to get it. Ebbing Strength. I don't know anything about that, so I won't bother. Eye of Confusion. Oh, I just bought a level 12 spell, didn't I? God damn. It's okay. Eye of Confusion. Let's check the wiki. Enchanter. Level 8 spells. Eye of Confusion. Single target blind spell. Well, I guess that's probably good for PvP, but probably not so good here. Languid Pace level 12. Classic Feedback. Cancel Magic. Which this cancel magic, which this vendor doesn't have. Yeah, Mercil's animation is only available in Highhold Keep, which is incredibly annoying. Memblur is 12. Mesmerize is 4. I've already got that. Minor Illusion we've got. Mist is 12. Serpent Sight. Soothe. I'll buy Soothe. I'm not sure if it's worth having over LOL. That's 4. Taper Enchantments, we've got that, haven't we? Level 1. World to Your Hell is a damage stun, but apparently it's not worth having anymore. Not sure. So, what I haven't got are some of the basic non-class specific spells, like Root and Gate. There's Gate. There's Root. Invisibility. Haven't got that either. Okay. During breath, I can't scribe that. Fair enough. I'll sort the spellbook out later. So spells I want on the first page. I definitely want Gate. I definitely want Root. Chaotic Feedback replaces Shallow breath, but it's I think I'll leave that for now. Okay, so we're working with a level 4 pet spell. But that's okay. I'm not running all the way to High Hole Keep for the level 8 one. When I get to 12, I'll be hopefully charming anyway, so... invisibility... Root gate. Yeah, okay, so that's good. We're good. Do I need to train anything? I wanted to start working on bind wound. Maybe I'll wait and put some points and just put a load of points into bind wound at some point. Evocation is awful. I don't think I get much in the way of evocation, but I bet you that I bet the chaotic feedback is evocation. God damn. The first direct damage spell is alteration, and then it changes to evocation. I like suffocating fear because it's like a dot over time. Okay, I'll have to think about that. Swimming, throwing. Okay, there are some spells I'm going to have to research as well at some point, I think. If anyone gets sick of the music, the Everquest music, let me know and I'll change it. I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to play music that when I import this to YouTube on my channel there, that it does. I don't get a strike. Oh. Oh, okay. God damn. So obviously, for some stupid reason, I thought I was a gnome and I was bound outside of. Because my next leveling spot is in Steamfont Mountains. So I'll have to run back there in a sec. But first I'm just going to stretch my legs. I'll be back in a sec, guys. You're right, mate, I am. Excuse me, I'm eating. I was done with food and drink as well. Having an energy bar. Actually, while we're here, what we'll do is I think there's a vendor in the Enchanter Guild that sells quite a lot of the illusion spells. And we could look around Califin as well. I'm sorry, it's a jaunty sea theme again. I'm going to have to start that from the beginning. Do you know what? I've hardly ever been in Califin. Shop of all holds, is that? I've hardly ever been in Califin. Even back on live. He's got room keys. I'm sorry guys, you have to indulge me. I just do like wandering around sometimes and looking at stuff. He's got room keys. That's quite good. I wonder if you get a room. Can you go into a room? You can go into rooms anyway. You don't need a key. That'd be quite good if they'd done that in the game where you had to rent a room and you couldn't get in the room. So we need some food and drink. Electrum bar. Ooh. Haze panther eye. Is that what you use to make haze panther armor? I guess so. I think Mugwort's got a couple of K. Milk. That's my preferred drink of choice. No bread though. Have to go for rations. I think Mugwort's got a couple of K plat, so I might go and I might have to go and buy some. Oh, hang on a sec. I was going to buy just some basic charisma gear, I think, before level 12. Elia the Pure, that's a name. How do you, friend? If you require assistance, please ask. If not, I must return to my tasks. Your task is staring longingly at the water, I guess. I don't know if she's got any extra text. She doesn't got any. No, he doesn't talk to you at all. She doesn't have any prompting text. So, oh, I did. I didn't miss it, did I? Oh, actually, let me just see if I go back and say I require assistance. See what she says. Oops. God damn it. Oh, god damn it. No? Okay. That's fine. The mages, the casters guild's quite weird because you teleport over there, and I don't know if I've completely missed something blindingly obvious, but I couldn't then teleport back again, so I had to swim. I probably missed something. Okay, so one of these merchants. I love that look, that black robe look. It's awesome. It's weird because the I'm assuming it's leather. The High Elf Guildmaster for the Enchanters is wearing leather armour. I think it's leather. Oh, here we go. Barbarian 16. Dark Elf 12. Dwarf. Erudite. Gnome. It's Half Elf. High Elf. Human. Cool. Ogre. 20. Tree. Level 16. Troll level 20. Horde elf. Yeah, we're going to have all of these at some point. I think you have to go to... You have to go to Eridin, I think, for the elemental ones, I believe. A little page of its own for the illusions. Let's see how... let's see how all the characters look. I guess Half-Elf doesn't have a robe look, does he? So I guess he might just have a green top. Is that how it works? Yeah. Oh, got a good face. I've got the Errol Flynn face. Which can't be bad. Okay. Half-Elf human. I'm hoping for the tashed face. The black hair tashed face for the human. I know the troll illusion gives you 1 hit point regen. It'd be good if... Ooh, hang on. Can't cast an illusion over an illusion? That's fair enough, I guess. Oh no, I didn't get the right face. So if I change face, can't change face when you're illusion. Okay. No. Oh, okay. Got the boring human face. Wood elf, I guess, be the same as the half elf. Just a green shirt. How does he look? Looks good. Looks really good. Of course, we'll save the gnome one for when we go and do some hunting again. Cool. Just something small, but I like it. It's quite fun. Okay. Okay, so we're going to run back to Steam Font. So what I'll do, I'll just get Bug Rock to make some more or something. Let's do that. Bit of a waste, but there you go. There probably is, and I've missed it. I was looking for it, and I thought, if I can't find this damn portal to take me back. I thought getting a spellcaster to have to swim back after teleporting over didn't sound as though it would be the thing that you do, but oh, this is the road music. Yeah, this is really nice, this, isn't it? So Greater Fey, Lesser Fey, Steam Font. That's the route we want. Okay, so my next spot is when I did this with let's go back. Yeah, when I did this with a gnome enchanter quite some time ago now. Oh, that'd be awesome, mate, actually. Thank you. What do I need? I think it's 8 and 12. What have I got? Ulene's 29. Sagar 24. Boltran 34. I've got a Spirit Quickening. Shaylee's 16. Okay. Need 8 and 12. Thanks, C8. That's brilliant, mate. Thank you. Yeah, so last time I did this area, I mean, it's no great shakes, I'm sure you all know. Last time I did this area on my enchanter, I didn't have the Smouldering Brand. I didn't have the rings and stuff. So what I'm hoping to do is just be able to tank this stuff until level 12 with my pet bashing them. I guess everyone noticed, but it's quite weird. When one of the Velius patches came out, there was quite a change to certain zones, particularly low level mobs. Like all the decaying versions of the skeletons just became non-KOS, which was non-aggressive. Not quite sure why that was. Hang on, Bob. Hang on. Okay, we're going the wrong way. So I'm going over to, as you probably know, the windmill, or the area behind the windmill where the Minotaur caves are, and we'll see how we get on. Well, look at that. Should soak up that shot there. That's brilliant. It's amazing how much better screenshots look when you take your UI off, or screen or images look. That's great. I think it's behind here. I normally go. There's loads of spiders. Clockwork versions, normal versions, there's some elementals and stuff. There's a Minotaur hero that wanders around you have to be careful of. It's got the harpies, but the harpies are a bit higher actually, they're red at the moment. Okay, so even comms. Let's see how we deal with these. Skeletons as well. I think the problem. Okay, they're all even. They're all level 8s. These guys. I mean, I've got skin like nature on, so I think the problem might just be hitting them. Actually, doing enough damage to them might be the problem that I'll have. Okay, Gonana. It's me and you. Okay, let's try this Drake. Before I forget, we're going to gnome up first, of course. Thanks. Boom! There we go. What face did I get? Oh no, it's the worst face. Is that this like the blue rinse face? No. Okay, well. That's fine. We're a gnome, it doesn't matter. Let's look at my spell lineup. Root. Tash, blah blah blah. I think we'll probably tash these as they come in. Let's put the big nuke on. Yeah, hitting them's gonna. I just can't hit them. Maybe we'll be nuking a bit more than we would before. 43 damage. That's quite a nice nuke. I don't want my pet to take half the damage. That's the key thing. That's going alright. Going alright. Ouch. God damn it. I'm trying to cast chaotic feedback with one right, so over near the windmill there, you've got some skeletons and stuff that I don't think are level 8. I think they're a bit lower. Maybe it makes sense for us to do that. Let's go and check it out. Tanking them when I'm blue is fine. I didn't take much damage, but just actually hitting them was. Come on, go Nana. I think just over here in front of the windmills, there's some. There should be some blues for me. It was a win, but I think it's too much. I think resource-wise, it's too much. We'll go back there next level. I'm sure some of these guys must be blue. What have we got? The green. No, the skellingtons are. Ah, goddamn. Okay. Cobalt Scout is blue. Cobalt Scout is green. Okay, well I don't think we've actually helped ourselves at all by coming here, so let's go back. We'll just have to take it on the chin, I think, probably. Got a phone call from an 0800 number, which I've been ignoring. For those of you who don't live in the UK, 0800 is generally a spam call. I'm sorry, Gana. Yeah, I know you haven't got Spirit Wolf on. Okay, I haven't got a slow or anything yet. I'm missing my shaman. I think we're okay. They're just going to be long fights, I think, probably. Okay, I use suffocating spheres, a little dot, and hopefully I'll do enough damage. skills are going up though. Yeah, 0800 used to be free. Yeah, they are. I think they're still free numbers, but I think all the companies use them who do sort of, you know, cold calling and stuff. So do these guys run? Yeah, they do. Too heavy for my little gnome. Watch out for the earth elementals, because I don't think my pet can hit them at this level. I don't think he's got magical weapons. It's underwater theme again. This is great. I think this and the sea shanty, the sea theme. I think we have to go back to that. And Rivervale, of course, is one of my faves. I'm just cycling these classic tunes around. But if anyone gets sick of it, then just let me know. You get some strange level transitions sometimes, don't you? Particularly in dungeons, but sometimes outside as well. Those Knoll Scouts. Were they Knolls? No, the Kobolds I was fighting. I'm pretty sure they would have just gone green to me at level 8, so I keep meaning to go to Butcher Block. I'm not sure what level things like the chessboard are. That'll probably be quite fun. I've never been there before, on live or on here. Mostly because I've mostly just ignored this continent completely, apart from the odd gnome here and there. Mid-years, amazing. I always wish I could kind of emulate, because I'm sure these don't sound exactly like the originals did. So I always thought it'd be quite good to emulate. Those plagued rats I seem to remember being quite nasty, so I'll ignore those. Yeah, I always kind of wanted to Crushbone. Yeah, Crushbone again. That's something I could do. Not a fan of Crushbone. The 2 times I've been in there, yeah, I found power levelers and stuff, and I guess this time of day maybe it's quiet, but yeah, I was just saying about the MIDI. I kind of wish I could. I keep thinking about building an old PC with a Sound Blaster card in to try and replicate that authentic sound. I'm sure these are pretty good. Right, okay, we're going back. Where are we going? We're going back to Kellerfin. Okay. Is he dead yet? No. Come on, Gonana. Holy moly. Okay. Let's try Drake. I got poisoned. God damn it. I don't know what your link was there, Zeta. I'm sorry. I just have delete links automatically on. I think probably. Let's stick with the spiders. I can't remember if these drakes here have a little proc. I know the ones in the area where Nagina is does. Make. Oh, okay, cool. I think I'll check that out later. Awesome. Combat music now. Oh. Am I actually... Oh, I've got what I attack on you. Not ideal, getting hit a lot, but the XP... I'm getting a fair amount of XP for it, so we'll be level 9 shortly, hopefully, and... I think what I did previously was I just bought loads of tiny daggers, and I just, yeah, I guess I had level 8 pet, and I just let the pet fight, and I would kill the pet just before, when the mob was running. It's a bit extravagant, because I think level 8 pet uses 3 daggers, maybe. It's a bit OTT. Oh, thank you, mate. That's great. So we've got a level 8 pet. Thank you, C8. That's brilliant. Thank you. Level 12. Level 8 pet. Sort my spellbook out later. Yeah. Okay, we've got fawns and we've got chloropass, so we're back in full tanking mode. Let's do this. Sorry, mate, running around. A skin like nature refresh. Thank you, mate. That's awesome. Thanks for that, mate. That's really, really kind of you. So we're set. We've got some fawns. We can just go to town. Yellow com. Yeah. Whatever. I'll keep my pet low level at the moment, so I'm kind of hopefully sure that I'm doing enough damage to get 100% XP. I think the fawns do most of the damage at the moment. Ugh. Oh, god damn it. Fawns is amazing, isn't it? Just for boosting yourself over some of the lower levels. Just amazing. I think these guys drop gems, don't they? Yeah. Make Gonana look like a mini Grim Reaper. Yeah, the buffs are just amazing. It's pretty. Yeah, I mean it's pretty much. I mean I was really struggling before you arrived, and now it's easy peasy. Thorns particularly is amazing. But that regen just to keep your health up. As an enchanter, I've got no way of hitting myself at the moment. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. It's a waste of mana, wasn't it? Normally there are some statics just over this hill. Oh, there we go. Oops. Desert of Row, this is nice, this music. Turn it up a bit for you. Yeah, thanks for all your help, mate. That's really appreciated. All that stuff. That's awesome. Okay, Gonana is really dishing out the damage of that scythe. I don't think I'm doing 50% damage here. Okay. We will... We'll see how much mana... Sorry, we'll see how many daggers Mercials take. So if it was... Level 1 would have been 1. Because it goes up to 3, then I think it resets. So level 1 pet spell would have been 1. And level 4 would have been 2, yeah, so level 8 is probably going to be 3 daggers. That's harsh. So any enchanters in chat, feel free to chuck out tips. I can't think of doing it any other way. Essentially, what I'm doing at the moment. You're not the first person to say that's not a shaman. I was because of the XP bonus thing over the weekend. I was mucking about with shaman and names and stuff, and I got a bit shamaned out, believe it or not. So I just want to do something a bit different. Yeah. But we'll be back to shaman probably tomorrow, I would say. I think it's about time we started moving on. Yeah, so my options here are to kill my pet when the mob's running away and get the experience. Let the pet just do damage, take the experience hit. It's kind of almost a waste of mana trying to out-damage the pet at this point. With my buffs, I can certainly do more than your average gnome enchanter. I don't think I can out-damage it, so we'll... You on a break from work? What's time? 35. I chat to you guys, but I never know really where you are, what times, what's going on. I know for C8, I know he's in Australia or New Zealand. One of those. I hope I haven't insulted him by saying he's in one or the other. Yeah, so it's going to be night time for them. I guess you guys in America, it's probably morning, early morning. Thanks, mate. Thanks for following. That's awesome. 6:30 AM. So you're in America, I guess, then, Valor, are you? I'm assuming. 6:36. Yeah, it's 11:36 here. That makes you 5 hours behind. So I'm guessing East Coast. I guess. I didn't have auto attack on. What the heck? How am I doing? So I'm not sure. My plan with this character is I'm not sure where the best place is to go. To be honest, I obviously know all the dungeons, but with this particular character, I'm hoping to do more of like a what Technos is doing on YouTube, like to be like a dungeon crawler. So kind of soloing in or grouping or whatever in trying to specifically say in dungeons. So at level 12, I'm probably going to pick up some. I mean, this character I'm just going to play when I'm kind of a bit bored of playing Shaman, but. Yeah, so I'm hoping to kind of go from dungeon to dungeon. and do some charming and stuff. At level 12 I'll pick up some cheap charisma stuff. And we'll go. I'm not sure what first dungeon is to hit, probably like the Fallen maybe? Or Nagina. That's kind of quite scary for me. I don't normally do that. I don't normally do dungeons, as crazy as it sounds in Everquest, but I've always wanted to. But I spent all my 3 years on P99 mostly in outdoor zones, I think, probably. And my pet's going to pull a going to pull something else at me now. Did I not have auto attack on again? What am I doing? I'm thinking I've put it on, but I haven't. Yeah, Befallen's, yeah, it requires keys for some of the doors, doesn't it? I might start in Nagina actually. You could probably do the front area and move into the some of the elementals and the high level skeletons and goblins and stuff. I'll avoid the Minotaur hero if I can. I think he comes out and he wanders sometimes, doesn't he? I don't know if he comes around this side. Any of you guys out there in like a top raiding guild and stuff? Yeah, I mean, I'll probably move over to the. What I might do is try. Might try Crushbone, and then maybe move over to the main continent. I'm pretty sure I can buy my spells in the human, in like Freeport or something, can't I? Pretty much. Any of you guys? I wonder if any of you guys out there watching are in a like a raid guild, like top raid guild and stuff, and you raid a lot. I always find it quite interesting as someone who hasn't done any raiding. I've been on it P99 for 3 years. I haven't done any raiding. I will do one day, I guess. But yeah, I'm just wondering how if it's as bad as it sort of appears to be on the. I know the forums obviously attract the worst type of people, but I'm just wondering if it's as bad as it appears to be. I'm sure it can't be that bad. And I kind of always wonder if it's possible to be like a fairly casual raider, because that's what I would probably be, I think. Okay, I think we'll probably get 2 here, so we'll wait for a sec. Yeah, Blackbriar, I could give Blackbriar a go as well. It's pretty good level range. What I find in dungeons, I mean, I was mucking around with a new shaman the other day, and I went into Guck, and it just seemed to quickly go from, like, I had blues that I could kill to reds. Although to be fair, that was with when some of you guys were in there, sort of buffing me and stuff. I did kind of find another little niche area that was quite good for the level that I was. But yeah, so I kind of find that level ranges in dungeons can vary quite a lot. So you go from blues and you're fine, and then suddenly there's yellows and reds, and I understand dungeons are obviously designed for groups and stuff, but yeah, I don't know if it's changed. I mean, I was obviously in Super Friends for a very short period of time. Just because my health kind of went a bit up the spout again, and I kind of couldn't. I just couldn't. Well, I can't at the moment. I can't play. I can't play prime time, as most of you know. But yeah, but I love the way those guys did it. You know, you went on a raid. If stuff dropped, if it was for your class, you rolled on it. You know, there's none of this DKP stuff. Almost level 9. Yeah, none of this DKP stuff. If you turned up, you rolled. And I understand that you've got. I guess what happens in a raiding guild, and I know someone was talking about it. I think I know there's another streamer was talking about it recently, where he recently left a guild. Because because it was coming a bit less kind of what it set out, what it was at the beginning, it was coming a bit less. And I guess at some point, maybe you get the people who are going to all the raids all the time and stuff. They start maybe resenting the people that are not, and they think to themselves, "Well, I've been on 4 raids this week, and this is his first one this week, you know, and he shouldn't be able to roll on the stuff." So they get into the whole DKP thing then, which I kind of find a bit of a shame. I understand when you've got a big guild and it's difficult to manage, but the thing is with people who are, what I don't understand with people who are, you know, like the hardcore people who want DKP because they think it's fair. Well, I always kind of thought to myself, well, if there are 7 raids a week, 1 a day, and if you're going to 6 and some guy's going to 1, surely that means that you're eventually going to get. You're going to have a lot more chances of getting stuff than he's got. So I don't understand the resentment or kind of almost a punishment for the person that's going on 1 raid. You know, if you're going on 6 and you see someone who's only coming on 1, and they roll and they win something, for example, and you're pissed off about it, well, I mean, you've had kind of 6 other chances, so I'm not quite sure about DKP. As I said, I've never raided on P99. I've never been in a guild I have been in a guild at DKP on live, and I didn't like it then. And I don't, as I said, I don't quite understand the need for it. I think if you're going on 7 raids a week, and against a person who's going on 1. Obviously, you know, the percentage-wise, you're going to get your stuff before him, and I don't see why you kind of have to impose like a point system. I mean, does it punish people? I don't know. Does it punish people that does a DKP system kind of punish people that can't play much? I'm not sure. Maybe what happens is eventually is that all the hardcore raiders. All the hardcore raiders, I guess, eventually will get all of their stuff. So maybe they just accrue a load of points. I didn't realise I was so low on health. Maybe they just accrue a load of points, and eventually the people further down the chain who can't raid that often can then kind of start using their points. But then I guess what happens, is it worth me? Let's see how my pet does tanking. But then do these hardcore players then, because they play so much, they have loads of alts and stuff, and then they start spending their DKP, or they start playing their alts, and it's kind of like a vicious circle maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. Yeah, make an alt, that's what I thought, you see. So the guys who, but that's my feeling on it. I don't understand Neef DKP. If you're playing more than someone, you're going to end up with more. That's just logic. It kind of seems to be. Anyway, how's my pet? Oh, Gonana, not doing very well. I think I'll crack out a level 8 pet when I hit the level. Yeah, like Clue and Kittens, I've seen loads of those guys around, and they seem to do things in a pretty good way. As I said, Super Friends are brilliant because you turned up to a raid and you rolled on it if it was your class item. There wasn't any of this other stuff that goes on. Let's see how much. Yeah, so Merciless is taking 3 daggers. Keban. I'm pretty sure that at level 9 I can still get an even con pet. I think the level range is probably 7, 8, 9 for the pet. I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh, AC, thanks man. That's awesome. Thanks mate, that's really kind of you. Yeah, but those guys, but I know that Siat, who you saw earlier, who's the druid, he's an. I think the problem I've got is that these are the times that I play. So how many people are on at the moment? Like 400. So I need to join a guild that that at least has some kind of presence, kind of at this time. Obviously, you got Europa, but Europa is such a big sprawling thing now. I'm not sure how I'd get on in that. Holy moly! Thanks, mate. I've got like 1,000 hit points. Okay, let's go and fight some stuffs. Those cleric buffs, awesome. Holy moly! Thanks for that, mate. That's really kind. Yeah, so I kind of want to get in a guild that I know Europa seems to be quite a big sprawling thing. As I said, he's in Infernus, which is an Australian time guild, and that actually strangely kind of fits in more with my time. And they seem like a great bunch of guys as well. Okay, we're going for the sea shanty again. Let's crank it up to 11. Well, 4 maybe. How much power have I got? Okay, not a huge amount now. I was thinking about going and buying loads of tiny daggers and then just keep reclaiming my 3 dagger cost pet. I can't do that, it's just ridiculous. That is a massive waste of money, and there's no rush. I think it's because I'm streaming. I kind of think I should be doing stuff because I'm more of a YouTube guy. And obviously your YouTube video is 30 minutes roughly. I'm always doing something, so I always feel that I should be doing something rather than just sitting around, so people are not sitting there watching me sitting around. But I guess that's just the nature of streaming, I guess. We have got the middies. That's the thing. Yeah, time zone is really the biggest thing for me at the moment. I mean, you know, I used to play quite a lot prime time, but now this is it. This is pretty much it for however long it takes. So it's trying to find a guild to fit in with that. About a year or 2 ago, I did have a character in Europa. and they were pretty awesome, like loads of nice people in there. But again, like during prime time, it was during off-peak, it was still fairly quiet. And I kind of noticed that there was a lot of people about who were kind of doing their own thing at that time. So yeah, so I don't know. Okay, so my pet is kicking now and he's dealing out consistent damage, so I think I'm probably only going to be getting 50% XP. In which case, I might as well just let him fight. And meditate, I guess. Ugh. Oh, Foom really is going to join Europa. Oh, okay. My idea of and I guess, I mean, my idea of a perfect guild is a group of people, maybe 20 to 30, that you all know, you all kind of feel the same about the game. You want to achieve stuff, you want to achieve your epic and that kind of thing and whatever, you know, and you want to do a bit of raiding, but it's not the main concern. And I kept thinking about making a channel guild. Like, I know a few people on YouTube have asked me if down the years I've been playing, if that would be something that I'd do. But that would be the ideal guild. Yeah, so sorry, like a guild of 20, 30 people who kind of know each other really well. You don't kind of go beyond that too much, you don't expand too much. But I think the problem is, obviously, at some point, you'll get a faction in the guild that's going to want to move on and do more. So you either, I guess you kind of get yourself into a situation where you either do that as a guild, or those people leave and go and do something else. Yeah, so that would be my ideal guild. But I think it seems that a lot of guilds kind of start off like that, but things just kind of progress. That fell with Farmer's Dramatic. Black Reaper. Yeah, I've been playing P99 for 3 years, but I've been doing YouTube on, like, pretty much dedicated to it for 3 years, but my streaming is a bit intermittent. But yeah, I mean, I'm a massive like, procrastination is my middle name, so I've been here for 3 years, but I don't have a 60 at the moment. My highest character, I'm obsessed with Shaman. That's all I play generally. But I also have a real problem with if you go to anyone who watches me on YouTube will know I have a real problem with just starting new Shaman. It's not even like it's a different class, it's just different Shaman. I'm not quite sure why that happens. I think it's I think there are certain things I'd like to take from all the Shaman races and mix them together, and I kind of can't do that, so I find myself mucking around. But I've got a 53 Shaman, or 54, but I've just started yet again a new Shaman, which I'll be leveling up quickly. Mainly because I bought myself a Jaundice Bone Bracer, and I kind of mostly started again because I wanted to see what that's like from the level it kind of kicks in at, so at level 45. I wanted to see what the effect. I'm kind of one of those people that likes to see how things work and the effects of things on leveling and that kind of thing. So I kind of wanted to see what sort of effect a JBB has on someone who's 45. How it differs from someone who kind of hasn't got one at 45. So that's my plan for the coming few months. But yeah, I've been here 3 years. I haven't got 60 yet. Just, you know, I've got a shaman in lots of different places level wise. I've got an ogre. My main was an ogre who's 53. I think I've got a troll that's 45. I've got a barbarian that's 40. The only thing I haven't started is an Ixar actually, but then I have got a baby Ixar as well. I'm just crazy like that. You know. Everyone's got a thing, and that's my thing. That's not bad though for a year, I don't think. I don't know what class you are. If you were one of the classes that had the big XP penalty when you started, but I look back at my 3 years. No, my main shaman was Mugwort. It was an ogre shaman. I know Malagdori, and I think AC knows him as well. No, Mugwort was my Mugwort was my main, and Bugrot was my early shaman, and a troll. I should put a link. My YouTube channel is Super Bits and Bob, so yeah, if you want to see lots of procrastinating shaman footage, go and have a look. Yeah, but I kind of look back at my time over, as I said, like 3 years I've been playing now on P99, and I do think to myself that I could have a 60 shaman by now, and I probably could have a 60 enchanter and 60 something else. That was always my goal when I started, was to have a level 60 from each kind of group of classes. So I had if I needed a 60 tank, I had one. If I wanted to play a 60 caster, I had one. You know, and that's still my goal. Maybe we'll get there one day. Necro at 54. Yeah, Necros are great. I've started so many Necros and not gone anywhere with them. I think it's just a shaman thing. I'm just obsessed with shamans. I love shaman, the class. I do find it difficult to play anything else. Yeah, see that's exactly the same. That's what I play for. You know, if I wasn't streaming now, I don't think I'm unique in any way, but I kind of just wander around the zones, looking at things, looking at textures, soaking up the atmosphere, listening to the music. That's kind of like, for me, it's like more about the journey than anything else. But there's sometimes I think to myself, I kind of wish I was doing, I wish I'd made a bit more effort. But I always say this, but this is my, this is it. This is the next shaman is going to be 60. That's my goal. And I know that anyone who watches my YouTube channel will know that I've said that a load of times before. And you're probably all going, tutting. but this will definitely be the one. Once I get that first 60, it's a bit like World of Warcraft. When I first started playing that, like Vanilla Warcraft back in the day, I did the same thing. It took me ages to get a level 60, but when level 60 was kind of like the maximum. I never got a level 50 when 50 was the maximum. I waited till it was 60. But when I did finally get a 60, I then ended up with like 2 or 3, so it's just a matter of, Okay, a skeleton with a... might be a cracked staff. Might be a two-hander, but it might be a cracked. Yeah, it's all about having fun, that's right, that's exactly it. I was talking about it a bit earlier, sort of, about the people who play the game, and it's just all about the numbers. And that's fine. I mean, sometimes I'm a numbers man, sometimes I look at numbers, and I quite like watching numbers going up, and, well, up preferably. But it seems to be kind of like there's a lot of focus for some people just on the numbers, and I think you can lose sight of, you know, I mean, sitting here listening to the music, looking at the build, you know, looking at the architecture in the backgrounds and in the background and that kind of thing. Just yeah, just perfect, really. Here's a crack staff. Woohoo! Slightly drunk, that's okay, mate, no worries. Slightly drunk, where are you? I'm hoping you're on the other side of me. Well, it's night time, that's what I'm hoping. Or maybe it's really early in the morning and you're on the other side. You're to the west of me rather than to the east. Yeah, and I mean, for me, it's not even as though I'm not put off by the leveling requirement. You know, I mean, I kind of went through. Is it 51 and 53? 51 and 53. I went through with my shaman, and because are there kind of a couple of hell levels? That's 4 AM. Okay, you're drunk at 4 AM. That's fine. I'm not judging. Yeah, so I'm not put off by the leveling requirement. I seem to remember like blasting through 51. People said to me, "Oh, 51. Once you get there, you're going to hate it. It's going to drive you mad." But I just remember blasting through it. Let's use some of this mana we've got. Yeah, so it's not the leveling speed at all. I just have this thing where I, you know, I just as I said, just muck around. Where are we? Akanon. Should have done this ages ago. I wouldn't play music on the streams that I've done previously because I like to put them onto YouTube, and I didn't want to get a hit, like a copyright hit. But I'm actually playing this music from YouTube, so hopefully, if I put this onto YouTube, maybe I just might monetize it. I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, you see, I'm one of those who thinks that, and not from a rating point of view, but I'm kind of one of those people that thinks that the journey's just beginning at 60. I guess it depends what class you're playing. I know you're maining a cleric, so maybe it's a bit different. But for me, who loves playing shaman, I kind of think to myself, I get to level 60, and there's just so much for me to do. And I guess, again, because it's shaman, I guess, is the thing. But you get to 60 and you get yourself torpor. You know, another kind of world almost opens up to you, and there's so much stuff you can do. But I guess it depends on your class. I mean, like Black Reaper, I guess, if he gets his necromancer to 60, similar thing. You know, it's a class that's very self-sufficient, got all the tools you need for doing what you want. So he can probably go where he wants and solo what he wants, pretty much, if that's his bag, you know. So yeah, so I kind of feel a bit like, certainly from a shaman point of view, that to a certain extent the game kind of starts at 60 almost. Not, it doesn't, because I love the journey, but you know, I think there's a huge amount that opens up to you. mean, I've done some. I was talking about it before, but I've done some stupid things. I've deleted some. I've done some stupid things with regards to deleting characters in the past. All because I was kind of playing from one account. You know, this whole concept of having 2 accounts didn't occur to me. So I've done some stupid things. I've deleted like a 34 mage that I really regret doing. I've had an enchanter up to sort of 35 or so. I deleted him to fit in, you know, to fit in other characters that I wanted to muck around with. Crazy, really. But you live and learn. That's, I'm hoping that I learn from that. So things are slowed down a bit here. I don't want to go through, as I expected they probably would do, I don't want to go through the whole thing of killing pets and stuff like mages do after every fight. It's a bit too expensive on a enchanter, I think. Let me pet tank. Just to accept the fact I'm going to take 50% experience. That's the thing to do. Will be charming at some point. So what do you see yourself doing at 60 then, AC, when you with your cleric when you get there? Is that, do you kind of feel that that's when the journey ends for you? Other than sort of the raiding side of things? I've seen clerics, some high level clerics do some crazy stuff, but they generally had like mana stones and that kind of thing. It's a bit unrealistic for pretty much 99% of us. And also, Black Reaper, are you a solo player? Is that why you started a Necro? Well, Necros are really underrated in groups. I was in Carnel's Castle a few months back with a Necro, and he was just amazing. As I was cannibalising loads, you know, he was healing, and he was healing me, keeping me healed and stuff, and yeah, it was just amazing. Yeah, that's it. I never understand why people seem to have a bit of a downer on Necros in groups. I mean, the one I was with was just awesome. Tons of DPS. He was, as I said, he was keeping me going, making me a lot more efficient as a shaman. Resisted? The hell? Oh, so my pet can tank these, pretty much, so I think this is probably what I'll be doing. Yeah, AC and Foom have a great relationship. I love watching their videos. I kind of feel if they were, don't take this the wrong way, but if they were kind of like a comedy duo, I think kind of Foom obviously would be the loud one, the one that's out there, and AC's a bit like he's more your information guy. He kind of gives out the information. If it Morecambe and Wise is what I'm talking about, basically. And I'm sure you can work out which one will be what. But I love watching you guys. You just got a great relationship, and Yeah, it does brighten up the day. I must admit, I do get some confused sometimes by your videos. I watch a video and then the next one goes up and the one before was part 100 and something, and then the next one's part 10, and I'm like, oh, have I missed something in the timeline somewhere? But I'm assuming that's just your different classes that you're playing. The odd couple, yeah. You must know Morecambe and Wise. You're a straight man, yeah. If you don't know Morecambe and Wise, everyone, even in the States, you must know Morecambe and Wise. Go and check out Morecambe and Wise. Just amazing. Played Necro because you're an EQ noob. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's what people say. Like Mage and Necro is quite a good class to start off with. Druid, particularly as well. Twonk, thanks Twonk. Twonk's my hero. I'm gonna get Twonk in the video, full on, full screen, no UI. There you go. Thanks, mate. Twonk's helped me out a lot. Well, the way you do your videos is interesting because the way I do my YouTube videos is I'll I like today 6th of July. So if I did a video today, I would kind of because I like yourself, I just record and talk. I don't cut anything, so I'll just then kind of put it through, like process it and then put it up on YouTube. But I guess you must just do a ton of recording sort of in advance and then you kind of release them as you go along, which I kind of thought about doing, but it never seems to work out that way. I always end up just just recording and then essentially putting it up the same day. Even videos where I'm not sure about, like the political one I did recently, got a little bit of stick for that. From sort of some people I was quite surprised at, actually. Some people who have been on the channel for quite some time. But I guess it's like anything, you know. You could have your best pal that you've been friends with for 100 years, but as soon as you talk politics, it kind of, you know, it kind of just, it all kind of goes wrong. Yeah, there were some people who kind of didn't really listen to what I said. So yeah, even videos that I should probably edit a bit more, or maybe not even put up, I just put them up, you know. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same for you in the States and Canada, but in the UK, the only news we get about America or Canada, not Canada really. I think people in the UK think Canada is like the promised land. It's like this big, wild, you know, place where everyone's really nice and stuff. And I know when I was a kid, I knew lots of people who wanted to go and live in Canada just for that particular reason. But the only time we ever get news from America is when it's bad news or when it's Trump. So if there's a shooting, we'll get it. If Trump's insulted Mexicans, we'll get it. You know, it's but other than that, we don't hear anything at all. So yeah. I think we're back into the non-classic music now. I've got to go soon because it is my lunchtime coming up. So I'll play the sea theme. Yeah, no, honestly, Black Reaper, I don't know what it is. I mean, we like myself, my wife particularly, is she's quite into Europe, and she when she was young, she travelled to Italy a lot. She loves Italy, and we used to go there as much as we could. Yeah, so you know, we're big on Europe, but seriously, when I was young, and still to a certain extent, Canada did seem to be this this promised land. And I have to say, it always does come across very well. I think it's yeah, I think you're very proud of yourself. We won't go into it because, you know, it upsets some people. I'm not, for example, particularly proud to be English or British. But that's life. That's how it goes. You can't choose your race, can you, or your country of origin, I should say. I'm not sure how people view English or the British anymore. I honestly couldn't tell you. As I said, that's how we view Canada. And as I said, with America, we only hear the bad stuff. But I've no idea. I've no idea. Back in the 70s and 80s, it was easy because it was football hooliganism. Most other countries in Europe just thought we were all football hooligans, I think. But I'm not sure anymore. Obviously, our culturally contribution, art, music, invention, design, that kind of thing. But I kind of feel that we've become a bit kind of staid culturally. We're not going anywhere. But yeah, I've no idea how British are viewed. I don't know if it's still that like stiff upper lip type stuff and all that kind of thing. No idea. Maybe they think we're all like EastEnders or Coronation Street. Right, we've got to have ourselves some Rivervale. I've got to go soon because it's lunchtime. But we'll have some Rivervale before we go. Oh, this is where we should be. This is where we should be. All the mobs are up this end. I'm still scared about the Minotaur hero. There you go. You probably don't get the news over there, but we haven't kind of covered ourselves in glory recently, particularly. I guess you guys are probably not particularly interested in football, but we had it's the European Football Championships, and England. Some of the England fans were sort of involved in some violence with Russia and Russian fans and whatnot. That didn't go particularly well, and yeah, there's been quite a lot of there's been an increase in xenophobic and racist incidents since the referendum. You know, so it's not the best of times. But I don't know how much you guys hear that in other countries, particularly. Desert of Roe. Now what we want is, before we go, we want some Kelefin. That's what we want. Yeah. I watched an interesting there's a channel that I watch. It's a British guy living in Japan, and he's really funny, and he did this thing once where he was asking Japanese people about British culture, and they seemed to all think that we were sort of like wizards like Harry Potter, or we were royalty like the Queen, all that sort of stuff. And it was really funny. yeah, I'm always interested to hear what people think of other. See, I love Japan. I love certain aspects of Japanese culture, and I've never been, but I really want to visit. I think it comes from being into sort of anime, and when I used to play video games on a console, I used to only get imports. Like I get an import Japanese Mega Drive, Japanese Super Famicom, that kind of thing. So I think it comes from there. Yeah, it's funny that the people that took us out of Europe, the two main men, have now resigned. It's interesting. Kind of feels a bit cowardly, you know, as they didn't want. They were happy to sort of take us from it, but they didn't really want the responsibility of dealing with the after stuff. So yeah. And you know what I think of Nigel Farage anyway. So you know. Fish and chips shortbread. Yeah, you're right. Whereas we used to be known for the Industrial Revolution and in pretty much inventing everything that's ever been invented, now it's fish and chips and, and shortbread. From the Beatles to fish and chips. That's it. But I know what. But I agree. I agree. I just think. I guess it's the same in the US. I mean, in the UK here, basically all we have every day, all day on the television, are reality shows. Cooking, people just sitting around doing nothing, just there, you know, dancing, singing, all sorts of things. We've got a sewing one, which myself and my wife quite like, Great British Sewing Bee, which is a guilty pleasure. But yeah, culturally we just seem to be dying. I don't know if that's the same in America as well. I don't know. I guess America is kind of like, what I like about America is that all the states are almost like countries in themselves. A bit like Europe, you know. I kind of feel that you can go from one state to the next and it's completely different. So maybe that's kind of what keeps things culturally ticking over. Yeah, I mean, we literally have a reality show about sewing. Now, as I said, it's a guilty pleasure. We watch it and we quite enjoy it because it's just very British, I guess, you know. And it's worth, if you want to see Britain at its best nowadays, go and have a look at. Yeah, we like cooking shows as well. It's not that I don't like them, but it seems that that's all we've got, and that's all the young people have got to educate them, you know, to grow up with. It just seems like such a sad thing. I guess this is probably a British feature. But I'm not sure how you guys feel about watching the British versions of shows that you've got, but I really struggle to watch the American versions because they're all just a bit more big and loud, you know, and particularly like a BBC, because BBC's the BBC, and their programs are, you know, geared in a certain way. And if we watch a BBC program and they do an American version of it, I find it quite difficult to watch. Just because it's all a bit more sort of in your face and stuff. Oh, a harpy. Okay. Even con harpy. Let's get that. Let's get that going. Although I did come to appreciate The Office, the American version, after a while. I love the British version. I just couldn't get into the American one. It was so different. I think probably like the British do sort of like deadpan, that sort of comedy that The Office was, like better than anyone, I think, probably. And I found it quite difficult going from the British Office to watching the American one, but I did come to appreciate the American one after a period of time. God damn it. I think you're thinking of a program called Two Fat Ladies. I think it was called that, which is, and it was, I think it was it BBC? Very politically incorrect name for the BBC. But yeah, it was these two ladies, two old ladies, just cooking stuff. Yeah, I remember them. We're currently watching MasterChef, which is if you've never seen it before, there's a great little, someone's done a great little musical montage of MasterChef on the UK one on YouTube. Have a look. It's really, I think it's called Buttery Biscuit Base or something. Go and have a look. It's really funny. But yeah, we're watching MasterChef at the moment. It's quite a funny MasterChef because it's got this guy on there called Greg something, and he tries to be this kind of like cheeky chappy Cockney sort of. I believe it or not, I'm a Cockney. I'm from East London, but he kind of really is like the stereotypical cheeky chappy kind of, you know, apples and pears, all that sort of stuff. And it's quite funny. And he's just a greengrocer. I mean, I think people like him, but he's one of those people who has become a celebrity for no real reason, other than the fact that maybe he's a cheeky chappy. Yeah, it's quite weird. And he says really obvious things as well, like he'll taste something with sugar and, you know, some sort of herb in, and he'll go, "It's really sugary," and, "Well, yeah, of course it is, Greg. It's because it's fucking sugar in it." He's one of those guys who doesn't seem very knowledgeable, but he just states the obvious, and yeah, it's weird. Doctor Who, I could talk for hours on Doctor Who, and how I'm not a fan of the new Doctor Who's. I'm a Tom Baker man. He was the Don with regards to Doctor Who. Quite partially a bit of John Pertwee. In fact, I quite liked all of the old ones really, but the new ones I kind of didn't. I quite like Christopher Eccleston, who only did it for a series. I like the current Doctor, and it's embarrassing I can't remember his name, but I like him from the thick of it. So he's a great actor. But yeah, I couldn't get on with the new Doctor Who's. What I liked about the old series, like the Tom Baker Doctor Who's, like you'd get a storyline that would be sprawled over like 6 episodes. And there was a load of detail and development and stuff. I don't know how much Doctor Who you've watched if you just watched the new ones, but go back to Tom Baker if you like Doctor Who, like Ark in Space, Genesis of the Daleks, all that kind of thing. Just I think that was one of his. Just awesome. I guess, I mean, you probably must have had Jamie Oliver as well. I apologise for Jamie Oliver. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but yeah. I guess I'm a bit of. I guess maybe I'm just too much of a lefty or something. I don't know, but I hate those cookery shows where, like Nigella Lawson, for example. See, I'd like to see some cooking shows aimed at poor people who struggle to eat who struggle to eat on a daily basis, you know, maybe getting some of those people in and helping them, educating them about food and stuff, and you know, maybe cooking food on a budget, that kind of thing. I can't stand the Nigella Lawson stuff where she goes down to a local deli and spends 50 quid on olives and ham and stuff. Completely unrealistic. I don't like that kind of thing at all. Really, really angers me. It does. You know, and as I said, maybe I'm just a bit too much of a lefty. I'm just, you know, I don't know. But yeah, that kind of thing. And like the early Jamie Oliver series in the 90s, I think, where he used to play all the trendy sort of 90s Britpop, and all his friends were good looking, and all that kind of thing. You know, just a massive nonsense. Okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you, as they say. Thanks for all your buffs, guys. Thanks, Siat. Thanks, Twonk. I'll save these buffs for next time. I'll click camp now so I don't waste my fawns. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I keep saying that I'm going to stream more often than I do, but go to Super Bits and Bob on YouTube and there's 150 videos there or something that you can watch. It's all shaman stuff mostly, but you know. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll probably try and stream again tomorrow. And I think we'll do some shaman stuff. I think we'll probably try and farm some light stones. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.